Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Jack's vlog. And Jack is in meet prep. We're in a pretty good place here. Obviously, we don't care about the overhead press as much, but he is one of my clients who prefers 5-3-1 type training. So I keep him on that. And it's kind of funny because I have quite a few vloggers who do this, but in all honesty, it's about a third of my clients. It's about a third of my clients at this point run this type of training. So maybe less. Maybe less. I would almost need to go count. He likes it. He just needs me to keep it programmed correctly. And obviously, it's not even 5-3-1 now that we've got a meet coming. It's we're doing 3-2-1. And we're doing a lot more fives for the assistance work. But it's all still classic barbell lifts with hypertrophy work. And we are making progress. Bench is coming up, squats coming up. The deadlifts, even though he's going to be in a lighter weight class, I think we're looking at a lifetime PR. So we're already thinking at this point maybe his second attempt being about a 15-pound lifetime PR. So we're already looking at that because I think he can pull about 530 right now. I think it's completely doable, so that may be our second attempt. So his overhead press day, he got, I think, 5 reps with 90% of our current training max. So we're in a good spot there. We're in a real good spot as he ended up doing 5 reps with that. Now, we do 10 still on the overhead press because it's purely for hypertrophy. Had a couple people kind of wonder, hey, why does he do 5s on the 3 big lifts for assistance but still 10 on the overhead? It is purely a hypertrophy exercise. And I've had people go, well, what's better for hypertrophy, 5x10 or 5x5? Well, for secondary movements, because that's always what we do. I want me to be very, very, very clear. I do not program sets across like that for moderate to high reps, ever, outside of very low novice lifters. Okay, so we need to be very clear on that. I don't program that way, and I will not. We don't do that. We don't do that on Team Blaha. So when people ask me questions about that type of training, like, I don't program that way. But will it work? I don't care if it will work. Right? Does that make sense? I really and truly don't care if it will work. I am not the person to ask because I don't believe in that style of training. It's not one of the styles that I program for anyone, so why would I endorse it? I don't think it's as good. You can get results. I don't think it's going to give you the best ideal results. My opinion says me. So we are not going to compete on the overhead press. Okay? It's not going to be part of his powerlifting meet. So we don't care about worrying about a little more tension on it for assistance work. We just want to use it for hypertrophy. That's it. 5x10 works better because it creates less fatigue. 5x5s are harder on recovery at comparable intensities. It's harder on recovery than 5x10. So even if the hypertrophy is similar, we get more fatigue. Okay, that's inferior unless we need the extra tension. In his case, we're doing it only on the lifts he's about to compete at. So we do a heavier set and then 5x5. And it's still at a percentage that would be lower than if you came in and did it a 5x5 fresh. Okay, and so we want to be very clear on that. Now, squatting, again, we got 5 reps. If we look at our percentages, our weight on the bar, getting a 5-rep set here, the squat is going up. It means our max squat is up a little bit. Afterwards, he does 5x5 squatting with 70% of our training max. See what I mean about that? A lot of people say, well, 70 for 5s? Yeah, his back off work for 5 sets of 5. First set should be pretty easy. Should be hard near the end, especially if you did a heavier peak set first. It's a difference because we don't do this stuff fresh. We don't come in and do 5x5 or 5x10 fresh. My lifters don't do that. Again, it's not how we program. People can say, well, who gives you the right to say that? Because I'm the coach. People are paying me for my expertise. And if you don't understand why I do it this way, and you don't have expertise. Maybe you need to hire me. I'll get you the results you see my guys getting. Okay? Because you don't understand programming, and that's okay. You might do something else for a living. You might be really good at computer programming or IT or accounting. Right? You're good at it. You understand it. I don't have that expertise. And you don't know how to program lifting, and that's okay. So we come over, and after that I have him doing hack squats, doing deep hack squats, with the widest stance I think we can get away with on his hack squat. I would always like people to be able to go wider, but I work with what we have. All right, benching, he got 4 reps. So we're in a good place here, 275 for 4. All paused. I think we're in a good spot because we look at this, pretty good set. He could have ground out 1 more rep if he had to. All right, we'd like to see that. Then we do again 5x5 back off. Do 5x5 back off work. And afterwards, what do? We do dips and chin-ups. Dips and chins. So we do our ramp to our heavy peak set, which we take to close to technical failure. So, we don't go to true failure. Always leave a rep in the tank. Go to technical failure. In his case, you saw the bar slow a little bit. Okay, that's technical failure for our purposes. 5x5 bench. Then we do dips and chins. He responds well to these bodyweight movements. Like I've talked about that before. He responds well to dips. He gets a great pump in his chest and triceps. But again, look at his shoulder mobility on them. It matters. He's able to get deeper than a lot of people can get pain-free on these. So accordingly, of course, he gets a lot out of them. Of course he does. Because it's a full range of motion movement for him that doesn't compromise his joints. It means it's going to be very good movement for him personally. Might not be as good for you. So we do a lot of dips. And again, he always notices that. He gets that pump that we want there. So why does that matter? Well, it matters because this is our hypertrophy work. We've got to get bigger. Deadlifts, lifetime PR for the rep work. 450 for 5 reps with a rep in reserve. Do the math on that, guys. Means this is a 6 rep max, not a 5, because he knocked out the 5th rep pretty easy. He could have done another. That's why I said 530. He could pull 530 if he had to. So we're looking already at maybe 530 as a second, because his best meet lift has been 515. We're past that. We can beat that. All right, what do we do afterwards? Guess what? 5x5 deadlift. It's 70%. 70%. Then we do glute ham raises. And then we do abs. We don't have his ab work on camera this week. But we do have the glute ham raises, and he's getting better at almost being able to do them unassisted for a full set. He has to just kind of support himself to get kind of more reps. But that's okay. Glute ham raises are hard. I make them look easy. But look at my deadlift and my hamstring strength. He's also taller than me, so he's got a longer swing. That matters. It's a bigger moment arm. So these are, of course, hard for him. But he can do them, so therefore, and he can do a glute ham raise. He has access to a glute ham raise, therefore we use it. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.